Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Did not hear ye. I need you for shelter. Protect me. Coward.
Can't see anything bad.
Hide behind children. Did you bring the little earplugs?
Yeah. Well, the smell of free beer has lured all the riffraff here to honor our special guest. Now the doors are barred, so listen up hard till I get this off of my chest. You all had to come and be like sharks in the sea, smelling fresh blood in the water, swimming in the shallows and crowding the gallows, watching the lamb at the slaughter. I waited 40 years, and before he disappears, he's getting a piece of my mind. The reason I'm gray is he made me that way. I feel like I've been through the grind. He's left me twisting in the wind, thoroughly chagrined. Tonight, it's all gonna change. I'm full up to the brim, and I can throw crap at him and use him like a practice range. No parent could suffer anything tougher, so today I'm giving him double barrels. I'm blasting his little ass with rock salt and glass while he listens to Christmas carols. Never followed the rules. 6 different schools.
I'm no dummy.
Parents were absolutely stricken. He went through in a coma. So instead of a diploma, they gave him a rubber chicken. He's not bad at sales, and he stays out of jails. Somehow he's avoided the courts. But I can't get him to dress. For the sake of success, he only owns a few pairs of shorts. Doc Marten boots don't go with suits. He wore one for 10 minutes when he was married. It's in the closet all the while, long out of style. He'll wear it on the day he's buried. He doesn't own any colored socks. I don't think he's a Knox. His mother swears I'm his dad. There's no social graces that David embraces, and he certainly would never wear plaid. You'd think that by 40 he'd wear something sporty, like slacks and a Tommy Bahama. He can show up in style just once in a while, but he'd rather just piss off his mama. His t-shirts are disgusting, socially untrusting. Their slogans obnoxious and rude. The message they shout lends a benefit of doubt. Distance is safer from the crude. I do find it strange that he likes the golf range. Certainly not something I taught him. He plays in the dirt and loves to get hurt, so it's probably something I bought him. He's a pretty good shot, but careful he's not. Shot me with a Roman candle one time. We were shooting at each other and I ran out of cover, so I couldn't get him on a crime. I have to admire it set my hat on fire, so there's still times when I wear it once in a while. Helps me to remember that a dad can't be too tender. but it also maintains my style. He once pulled a Richard Pryor and set himself on fire. Playing with something of danger, screaming like a girl and running like a squirrel, fanning flames for the old poemstranger. You're supposed to drop and roll and not lose control. Snuff out the error of your ways. But your so-called friends had a means to the ends and just had to praise your blaze. I love my son Dave and I do know he's brave, but foolhardy springs to my lips. Jumping dunes in the dark in a most graceful arc can only end you up at Scripps. The game of Medivac, or set fire to a Cadillac, or let's blow up a bottle of propane. It would just ease my mind if I could paddle his behind, urge him a little more profane. Instead of a woman to flaunt, he plays hard to want. Maybe it's a question of pride. Never brings him around to say, look what I found. It's a little on the secretive side. Since he's been wedded, he's really hard-headed, but can't pound any sense into his skull. He's very thick-skinned and as fickle as the wind, but you'd never describe him as dull. Thus far, he survives like a cat with 9 lives, but he's pissed off his guardian savior. His mother and I, though we continue to try, can no longer condone his behavior. Lending us to the cane, the trophy of the insane. A rite of passage at a ripe young age. The transition to change when our lives rearrange and we're finally off minimum wage. The logic is twisted, but his name is enlisted beneath men who attest to his validity. In other words, it's the men who pioneered there again and survived their own stupidity. But it's his legacy now, and he survived it somehow, and some secrets will never be told. He'll pass it to another who tortured his mother. Someone that folly has paroled. Happy birthday, son. What's done is done. But you've made it by God's given grace. Since the day you were sprouted, I never doubted. My fingers were crossed just in case.